What is going on? Gunners Alive, coming at you with another Madden 17 online head-to-head gameplay. I am the Green Bay Packers playing against the Dallas Cowboys, and this is the potential NFC playoff matchup, at least for this year, since the Dallas Cowboys do have the #1 seed, and the Green Bay Packers do have the #4 seed in the NFC. But my opponent, they were decent. They got off to a pretty good start, and then once I figured out what their strategy was, I was able to shut them down later on in the game. But the reason I decided to be the Green Bay Packers is because me, my mom, my dad, and my brother, every year we actually do a little bit of a playoff game here in our house. So each of us gets 3 teams out of the 12 teams that are in the playoffs. So my teams this year I got the Green Bay Packers, the Seattle Seahawks, and then I also had the Oakland Raiders. So what we do is we draw numbers. I had the #4 pick, so I picked #4 in the first round, #1 in the second round, and the #4 in the third round. So obviously getting back-to-back picks at the end of the first and start of the second round, I took the Packers and Seahawks, and then the only team that was left over was the Raiders. So since I do have the Packers in our little family fantasy, I guess if that's what you want to call it, football deal, at least for the playoffs, I decided to be them here for this game. And Aaron Rodgers was money. I only threw a few incomplete passes, didn't have a single turnover, and up until this point you see me driving down the field. I've done a few running plays here or there, and then obviously right there I'm going to score the touchdown to Cobb. I saw that there wasn't a safety back. I caught a hot route for him to go on a slant, and I was able to score the touchdown in order to tie the game up at 7. I'm going to force the fumble right there on Zeke when my opponent was running the ball. Unfortunately though, the other team is going to recover it. Now take a look at that timeout that I just called, because that's going to come back to hurt me later on in the first half. And I didn't actually call that timeout myself. For some reason in this game, sometimes the computer will call timeouts for you. And that's what happened in the first half. 2 out of my 3 timeouts, the computer called for me, and I wasn't even paying attention until I ran out, and then you're going to see what happened. But I just assumed that my opponent was calling the timeouts because they were on offense, and unfortunately, yeah, the computer was calling timeouts for me. So here I have less than a minute to drive down the field and score a touchdown before half. I throw a deep pass here, and I'm able to convert for the long first down. And I'm going to throw a crossing route to my running back, and I'm going to throw another deep pass to my tight end. Check out the time on the clock. So 10 seconds left when he caught the ball and went down at the 4-yard line. I was pressing to call a timeout, but since the computer had already used all my timeouts and I didn't know that, then I wasn't able to score before halftime. So I did go into half down 7-14. Good news is though, I get the ball back in the second half. And of course, don't you know, in the second half when I didn't need timeouts because I started to run the game, of course that's when the computer doesn't call them for me, and I'm left with basically all my timeouts for the rest of the game. Anyways, you're going to see a screen pass right here, quite a few yards, and I'm going to come back to it later on and get an even bigger game. But right now I'm just passing with Aaron Rodgers, scoring completions everywhere. You're going to see me get this pass to #22 with my fullback, and now I'm actually going to feed him the ball again on a 3rd and 2. And then I'm like, you know what, bro? You've been doing work this whole drive. I'll let you score the touchdown. So just like that, I tie the game up 14-14. So remember, or I don't know if I said this or not, but my opponent, their strategy was to run the ball usually on 1st and 2nd down. They'll pass on 3rd and 4th if they needed to. So right here, you saw they just ran on 1st and 2nd down. I sort of caught on to that strategy. So I was like, all right, they're about to pass on 3rd down. This is what they've been doing all game. Let me blitz them, and I'm able to force the fumble on Dak Prescott, recover it, and score the touchdown, taking the lead 21-14. That was my first defensive stop all game, and it was huge. I didn't allow my opponent to score a single point here in the second half. As you'll see later on in the video, I am able to shut them down. Could have possibly had a pick 6 right there. They tried to do the bubble screen, and I tipped the pass down. Now at this point, they're throwing deep passes, trying to get like some big plays, I guess, in order to force the comeback. They're going to throw another deep pass here. I was ready for it though, because I switched to be the safety, and I did get the user pick. So I've now forced 2 turnovers off of my opponent. I have the ball back, and once again, I'm going to be throwing some good passes with Aaron Rodgers. You're going to see me hit the receiver here on the crossing slant route, and then here is the screen pass that I was talking about a few moments ago, where I got a huge gain all the way down to the 12-yard line is what it looks like. And then here you go, 3rd and 5, Aaron Rodgers making an Aaron Rodgers play, staying up in the backfield and then throwing the dime for the touchdown. So at this point, my opponent, they've driven down the field. I'm still winning 28-14. this is their last chance to come back and win. I've stopped them on 1st and 2nd down. They're going to throw the pass here on 3rd down. I tip it away, and now on 4th down, you're going to see I'm able to almost intercept it, but at least I deflected, so I get the ball back right here, and my opponent quits, I guess, because the connection got disconnected or whatever, connection interruption, whatever happens in Madden whenever you beat your opponent and then they quit out. So that's going to do it here for this video. Solid win by your boy. Let me know in the comment section who you're rooting for in the playoffs, because my Broncos aren't in, and I mean the Texans are in. That's where I'm from, Houston, Texas, but I don't think they're going to go that far into the playoffs. So I guess since I'm doing a family bet with my family, I'm going to be rooting for either the Packers, the Seahawks, or the Raiders, since that's who I have. That's going to go for now, though. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. New videos like here on my channel. I'm Rodgers Live. Thanks so much for watching. I will see you in the long live stream later tonight or another video.
Don't tell me that this isn't real. Don't tell me this ain't how I feel. This is all I have, all I have. All I ever wanted was somebody to get this. All I ever wanted was somebody to play this. Yeah, take my song, put it on they play, and get goosebumps every time they play it. Raiders.